I'm Assistant Sheriff Brett Zimmerman, and I'm here to brief you on additional details as we know them today about the officer-involved shooting that occurred on Monday, October 12, 2020. This is OIS number 16 for 2020 and non-fatal number 8, and at the same time last year, we were at OIS number 14 and non-fatal number 10. The date, time, and type of call was October 12th, 2020 at 3:08 a.m., and it was an illegal gunfire call. The location of the OIS was at the 3500 block of Villanor Drive, North Drive, and it's pictured to my left. It was in the Southeast Area Command, and the full address was Las Vegas, Nevada, 89120 on the Villanor Drive address. You can see the scene to my left. Our involved officers were Officer Curtis Paul. He's 27 years of age, and he's been with the LVMPD since 2017. In this incident, Officer Paul was armed with a Glock 17 9mm handgun, equipped with a tactical light. The investigation revealed he fired 7 rounds during the incident. Officer Paul is assigned to the Community Policing Division at the Southeast Area Command. The suspect is a Shane Lloyd. He's pictured to my left, 1 L in his name. He's a 43-year-old white male adult, 6'1", and weighs 180 pounds. His weapon was a Ruger single-6 .22 Magnum revolver, and there were 6 expended cartridges in the cylinder, and the photo is to my left. Our suspect's charges, who is in custody: shooting into an occupied structure, 4 counts, attempt murder with use of a deadly weapon, 2 counts, assault with a deadly weapon on a PO, 2 counts, assault with a deadly weapon, and prohibited person in possession of a firearm. The details of the OIS are as follows. On Monday, October 12, 2020, at 3:08 a.m., patrol officers responded to the 3500 block of Villanor North Drive to investigate a report of gunfire. Patrol officers arrived and did not find any evidence that a shooting had occurred. During the investigation, the officers contacted a citizen who had an unserved temporary protective order, what we call a TPO for short. As officers were standing in front of the patrol vehicle finishing up paperwork, at this time I will now show you the body-worn camera footage. The suspect, later identified as Shane Lloyd, approached them from behind and fired 3 rounds in their direction. Officer Paul turned around and returned fire at Lloyd. Lloyd fled, and as he was running away, he fired backwards towards the officers. As the officers ran towards the threat and the gunfire, Officer Paul returned fire again and then took cover. Lloyd continued running, and the officers then lost sight of him. Additional units arrived and established a perimeter. However, Lloyd was not located at that time.
Black hat.
During the search, officers located Lloyd's weapon and clothing in a dumpster behind a nearby business. Lloyd was apprehended that day by a South Central Area Command patrol officer who worked closely with the Area Command units at the Southeast Area Command, exhausting all leads and looking to find where Lloyd was staying. Okay, that concludes the briefing. If anybody has any questions. Yes, sir.
How did you identify Shane Lloyd as the suspect?
What we did that morning is immediately we start canvassing the area, exhausting leads. We saturate. We were able to speak to some homeless individuals in that area who had known the suspect's description and known he was a problem in the area. He also had a social media account, and through investigation we were able to identify him as that individual according to his nickname and some other factors, but we were able to do that pretty quickly.
Was his gun registered, you know?
From the briefing I got, it was not registered locally, and it shows dating way back to Texas, but it's not reported stolen.
Is the suspect related to the first shooting that you received the call, or no?
That we do not know. The suspect actually confessed to this incident, but also he did not associate himself with that first shooting of the gunfire that we had.
Did he give any kind of reason or motivation for why he fired at officers?
We don't really know that. Usually after the fact, when we interview them, the story changes, but he didn't give any information as to why he fired at us.
This wasn't like a, do you believe it was a targeted thing, that he was targeting police officers?
Judging from that area and judging from one way in and one way out, and if you're familiar with that area, you can see everything in that complex from Tropicana. You know, I would have to say that he was aware that police officers were in that community at that time when he was firing those rounds.
With what's been going on across the country involving police, reaction to police, do you get heightened alerts or heightened awareness when things like this happen?
Yes, you know, our training and tactics are second to none in the country. We teach our officers and train our officers very well. As you can see from this body-worn camera video, shots are fired at them, they immediately react, they return fire, they take cover, they're able to chase. But yeah, you know, with what's going on around the country, we're out there to protect the public. You know, there was also a citizen out there that we were speaking with, and you know, they get gunfire towards them, so they run towards that gunfire like the heroes that they are, and still do their jobs on a daily basis. But yeah, you know, we train every day, and we feel we're ready for situations like this. You know, if it is proven that it was actual ambush.
Is this one of those things that you, as police officers, talk about, though? When an incident like this happens, is that something that's going to be top of mind afterward?
Yes, not only does this video or press conference go to the media and to the public, but we do an awareness report immediately when an incident like this occurs.